Hello students, today now we discuss chapter 2nd of unit 1st. The name of chapter is Gauss law and its application. This chapter is very important chapter as according to our 12th examination. A 4 mark question, long answer type question is asking from that chapter. So this chapter is very important. In this chapter, firstly we discuss the term electric flux. This term is used in Gauss law, so we discuss about electric flux. The electric flux, its general definition is number of electric field lines which are passing through a closed cross section placed in an electric field is called electric flux. The term flux means any physical quantity which is passing through a closed cross section is called flux. For example, when we open tap, from the cross section of tap, the passing water is called its water flux. A same way, in a closed cross section which is placed in electric field, the number of field lines which are passing through that closed loop is called electric flux. Its mathematical definition to define its mathematical definition, we consider a closed cross section which cross section area is S vector, and this closed cross section is placed in an electric field, and the electric field is denoted by E vector. For general discussion, this cross sectional area is placed at theta angle from the electric field, so its cross section vector direction is S vector, and this is at theta angle from electric field. So the mathematical definition, to define mathematical definition, we consider a cross section S vector which is placed at theta angle from electric field. Now we find the component of cross section in direction of electric field, and in direction of electric field that cross section vector component is S cos theta, because the horizontal component make theta angle from that vector, so it is denoted by S cos theta. So its definition is phi is equal to, the formula is phi is equal to E S cos theta, or we can say phi is equal to E vector dot S vector. So the another definition, or we can say its mathematical definition, is defined as the electric field is defined the dot product of electric field vector and area vector is called electric flux, or we can say the electric flux is product of magnitude of electric field and the component of area vector in direction of electric field, which is S cos theta. So it is product of magnitude of electric field and component of area vector in direction of electric field is called electric flux. Now we discuss that in general way, if at ds vector we discuss about a small element of area vector ds vector. If ds vector is placed in e vector, then emerging flux d phi e from that small element is given as d phi e, and the formula is same. Formula is E dot ds, but the cross sectional is not whole cross section. Here we discuss about its small area element ds. So d phi e is equal to E vector dot ds vector. We divide the whole cross sectional area in very small element ds vector. So the small electric flux emerging from that small area is given as d phi is equal to E vector dot ds vector. To find whole cross sectional area, we add the small emerging flux from that small areas and add them. After adding such small emerging flux from that small area element is called whole electric flux. So to add that small quantity, we integrate both sides. So after integration, the net cross sectional area is equal to integration of d phi is equal to integration of E vector dot ds vector, and the integration is around its cross section. So we denote the bottom of integration by s, and it is called surface integral. So the in integral form the electric flux formula is phi is equal to integration of E dot ds, and the surface integral is surface integral denoted by small s. So phi is equal to E dot ds of its surface integration. Now we discuss about its unit and dimension of electric flux. What is unit? To discuss about unit, as we know, the formula of phi is equal to E dot s. It is the product of electric field and area vector. The unit of electric field E is equal to F upon Q. So its unit is Newton per Coulomb. So the unit of electric field flux is Newton per Coulomb, unit of electric field, and multiplied by unit of area vector, and which is meter square. So its unit is Newton meter square upon Coulomb. Or another unit of electric flux is, another unit of electric field is volt per meter. We know E is equal to V upon L. We discuss about it in chapter 5th, electric current. So as we know, E is equal to V upon L, so unit of electric field is volt per meter. So another unit of electric flux is volt per meter multiplied by meter square. So this is unit of electric flux is volt meter. There are two units, Newton meter square upon Coulomb and volt meter. This is unit of electric flux. Now discuss about its dimension. What is its dimension? Its dimension is find from Newton meter square upon Coulomb, which is very easy. So because as we studied about in mechanics, the dimension of Newton meter Coulomb Coulomb is discussing electricity. So the dimension of electric flux is firstly the dimension of Newton, which is m1 l1 t minus 2, and dimension of meter square l2, and the dimension of Coulomb. Coulomb I is equal to q upon t, so q is equal to it. Its unit is ampere second. So its dimension is T1 A1 M0 L0. Mass is absent, length is absent. Here only ampere, electric current and time. So its unit is M0 L0 T1 or A1. In multiplication, the same base parts are added, and in division, the same base parts are in subtraction. So after solve this equation, M1 the mass is absent, L1 and L2 in multiplication as same base LL, the parts will be added. 1 plus 2, it is L3 T minus 2, and in division T1. So after solve this T1 part in division, it will be subtracted from minus 2. So the power will minus 2 and minus 1, minus 3, and A minus 1. So the dimension of electric flux is M1 L3 T minus 3 and A minus 1. Now we discuss about continuous charge distribution. What is continuous charge distribution? Continuous charge distribution. As we know, the charge is a quantized quantity, or it is in discrete form, but a microscopic reason we discuss about its quanta form. If the charge are very close on a conductor, so we discuss that the charge is in continuous form or distributed along a continuous form. So now we discuss about continuous charge distribution. According to shape of conductor, there are three types of charge distribution. First is linear charge distribution. Second is surface charge distribution. And third one is volume charge distribution. In linear charge distribution, if we have a thin wire of L length, which is very thin, if we charge that wire of Q charge, then charge will be distributed along its length in this way. And such type of charge distribution is called linear charge distribution. If we discuss about a thin sheet, a very thin sheet, when we give the charge of thin sheet, then charge will distributed along its length and its width, or in two dimension, or in its surface area, in this way. So if the charge is distributed along two dimension, or in its length and width, or in its cross section, then it is called surface charge distribution. For volume charge distribution, we discuss about a cube, and if we give the charge will be distributed in its volume, then plus q charge in its distributed in its volume, then it is called volume charge distribution. So, what is linear charge distribution? The linear charge distribution, the charge is distributed along the length of conductor, and in surface charge distribution, the charge is distributed in its surface area, and in volume charge distribution, the charge is distributed in its volume. Now we discuss another term. The term is linear charge density. SMD for surface charge distribution, surface charge density, and for volume charge distribution, volume charge density. These are the important terms which are used in the application of Gauss law. The linear charge density is denoted by lambda, surface charge density is denoted by sigma, and volume charge density is denoted by rho. What is linear charge density? The linear charge density is denoted by lambda, and it is lambda is equal to sigma q or q upon total length L. Q upon L. The per unit length, the charge on a linear conductor is called its linear charge density. So lambda is ratio of net charge and net length. Same way, sigma is net charge which is distributed in its surface area and total surface area. So per unit surface area, the net charge distributed is called its surface charge density. And for volume charge density, rho is equal to total charge Q and total volume V. In its unit volume of conductor, the net charge is distributed is called its volume charge density. If we discuss a small charge dq which is distributed in its small length dl, then lambda is defined as dq upon dl. A small charge is distributed in its small length, then lambda is equal to dq upon dl. The same way, sigma for a small surface area ds, the charge is dq, so the sigma is defined as dq upon ds, and the same way rho is equal to dq upon dv. Then we discuss about its unit. Its unit is coulomb per meter, and its unit is coulomb per meter square, and its unit is coulomb per meter cube. So these are the linear charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. These terms are used in application of Gauss law when we discuss about the infinite length thin wire. Then we discuss about linear charge density. When we discuss about a thin sheet, plain sheet, then we discuss about surface charge density. When we discuss about a non-conducting sphere, then we discuss about its volume charge density denoted by rho. So these are the continuous charge distribution. There are three charge distribution according to the shape of conductor. If the shape of conductor is in linearly or in a thin wire, then we discuss about linear charge distribution. About thin sheet, discuss about surface charge distribution, and a non-conducting sphere or cube, we discuss about volume charge distribution. So today we complete the two term of chapter second. First is electric flux and second is continuous charge distribution. In next class I will discuss about Gauss law and its application. Thank you very much.